our time in the Middle East, I think that one of the greatest truths that I have learned has just been seeing Jesus overcome for us in so many different ways, in big ways, small ways. I think that we know that we'll have trouble in this world and that you will face hard times. Jesus said that we will, but that He has overcome the world. And when I think about when we first moved overseas, we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. And I can remember after being here for about a week, realizing that this was much harder than what I thought it was going to be. We didn't know the language, we didn't know the culture, we didn't know how to buy groceries or where we were going to live, and I just was overwhelmed and in a real place of desperation. And in that time of just really crying out to the Lord in that poverty of spirit, and Him showing up to show us that He will overcome, has taught us so much, whether we live in America or around the world, so much about how He will pull us through. And we think back about that time now and just can't believe some of those feelings, because we love this place. God has given us a love for the Arabs, a love for this culture, for this food, for this land that we never thought or imagined that we would have. And I think that it just builds great confidence in a great God, knowing that wherever He calls us, that He will give us the love. Wherever He calls us, that He will give us the grace and the peace and the mercy to pull us through and to give us love for that place and for that people. And so just seeing Him overcome for that, in that for us, has been a great, great victory and a great life lesson for us and for our children, knowing just that we can have confidence for Him to overcome whatever we're facing.
The Lord's called us to follow Him, to abide in Him, and to remain in Him. And what that means is to remain in His love by obeying His commands, by obeying Him. That doesn't save us. It literally is living out of our salvation. Jesus has come to save us, but fellowship is very tangible, and it is the most powerful thing that we can do in the communities that we live in the context that we live in. And so what we're trying to do as a family is simply that, is simply to follow Jesus because we have salvation, because we have the power of the Holy Spirit that allows us to struggle through some of the difficult commands that Jesus, impossible commands that Jesus calls us to. And we want that to be the culture of our family. And if it's the culture of our family, then it's going to affect the culture in this community and the surrounding communities.